three groups associated with three ancient currencies that I have mentioned on this channel for quite some time: XRP, XLM, and HBAR, Direction, Ripple, Hedera, and Stellar. I think these three companies will end up becoming the Amazon, Google, and Apple of the future. Now that we're thinking about how big crypto is getting, I'm really focused on the efficiency and technology behind it all. We need all of this to work together so we can make good use of our projects. Take advantage of this time to eventually get the word out about those efficiencies and reap their benefits. Also, I really need to address current events and the US's plans to implement these technologies in this video. It appears that the United States is well prepared, though. There are just a few additional things standing in the way of those governments incorporating and making use of this technology. In this video, we will cover most of that ground. Anybody, please join the channel. Hey there, I'm Johnny. Anyone who is new to the channel would love to be in this video. If you're searching for a reliable exchange to use in this location that might not be applicable elsewhere, you should definitely subscribe. You are aware of the times of extreme pressure. It is in fact completely regulated, and US buyers can use it with complete confidence. Probably the best course of action for you is, for a short while now, I have started making use of this alternative. I've been actively participating in it. There must be a lot of people out there who have been enjoying it too. All right, give it a go. You already know. A hyperlink will be located in the description below. Give it a go. Flee from it if you're not a fan. Why don't you tell me if you love it? Maybe this change ends up becoming your favorite thing. However, let's jump right in and discuss a few topics. As a first point, David Sachs recently spoke at a conference about the future of economic innovation in the US. Look at it, we regret taking this crucial next generation technology offshore and would like to keep it domestically in the United States. Eventually, all financial assets will be virtual, just as all analog businesses have become virtual. That price increase must first materialize in the US before it can be considered a gift to other countries. Approach. Yes, I do think that the United States is the best place for economic innovation to take root. On a global scale, though, it must also occur. Isn't it certain? The emergence of this generation is certain. Every single issue of price is laid on top of the other when you integrate and essentially merge. We also witnessed a video where XRP, XLM, and HBAR3 were mentioned on NASDAQ as major participants. To Smoke Dog, much praise for this. Our team has. If you pay close attention, you will see that the mainstream media is realizing the immense potential that ISO 2002 will have on the cryptocurrency markets right now. What was before seen as a wild guess is now being voiced by numerous institutions that make up global finance. The most striking aspect is definitely the price. People talk about it, but the real tale is under the floor. Roads and bridges are being built. Clear regulations are taking shape. Meanwhile, the banking system is clandestinely teaming up with a blockchain-based solution to rewrite international bills. Value and trade go hand in hand. The following clips serve as early warning indications and symptoms prior to the circulation of a small number of crypto assets valued at trillions of dollars. In money at the heart of this variation, there may be little chance of success if the loads do not see what is happening until it is too late. Do you intend to watch these videos in their entirety? We ought to sort of think about the lack of trust, don't we? In addition to handling collateral, care, performance, comfortable understanding, and the identity of your counterparty are all factors that will cause the amount of bilateral derivatives to skyrocket. Using blockchain assets instead of fiat money is no longer the best course of action. Centralized exchanges will take care of everything. There will be a wide variety of sales tactics. There are a lot of things that need familiar levels of trust in order for institutional adoption to go through. Then you'll need to tie the knot at the rear. Investing in indexes, which is probably our main focus, became a hot topic last year as individuals were confused about what to do following Bitcoin. And I still believe that a lot of people don't, as well as the vast majority of people probably shouldn't, obviously. No need to spend the crucial time deciding between Solana and Sway if you're going to spend 5% of your fundraising time thinking about Bitcoin and maybe even allocating 1, 2, or 3%. The hobby is being captivated by infrastructure plays Which one, though, is right? Which one will reign magnificently again for the outstanding performer out of a coin S20? I doubt that any of us had Ripple and Stellar on our bingo cards last year. So if you're an index investor, you should keep rebalancing into the top performers, the biggest brands, the best liquidity, and the most implementation value. That is the basis for the majority of our indexes. A slew of new indexes are going to be released next week by us. In fact, they cover a lot more ground for the professional set when it comes to the IPO marketplace maker who actually wants to consider alternatives to Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the hedge fund with a 200 token focus. We anticipate that markets will play a pivotal role for the next 100 tokens. Therefore, for the average investor, correlation to one's tail assets will be crucial. And I suggest, listen, as these old currencies like XRP, XLM, HBAR, it seems like the world is starting to wake up to what's happening. I think these utility-based initiatives are going to become much more integrated than we think they can be. I would venture to say that tokenization is quickly becoming one of the most discussed and disputed subjects in the world of international finance, especially as we go into its examination. I would venture to say that you are already aware that the major Wall Street players, including BlackRock and Fidelity, are already discussing tokenization just by watching them. Plus, they're trying to explain tokenization to me. I am truly sorry. Why this keeps gambling is beyond me. What a frightening thing, Twitter. The fact that they will impact every single asset class is why tokenization is a topic everyone is talking about. Because it also helps them save a ton of money, they want to keep all of those asset instructions on chain. For them, it means greater sales opportunities. And finally, we see that everything gets digital. The fact that we keep hearing about it from the major players who may be truly concerned about the big picture and speaking more suggests that everything is going digital. Regarding that, we have it over here. The US government is also planning to implement regionally sophisticated blockchain technology to improve transparency and make smart monetary exponential investments. Towards the end of January, this appeared in Subjective Perspectives. Here you may see it. The president signed an executive order last week with the goal of making the United States the crypto capital of the world. The order establishes a running organization to advise the president on legislative proposals, regulatory frameworks, and the possible creation of a digital asset stockpile in the United States. What are your thoughts on that, Perian? It has been long desired, and this executive order finally achieves it by setting the tone from on high. You brought out some of the problems we've had with AI, Maria, particularly in relation to our conflict with China. The United States has slipped far behind China and other nations worldwide, even in this superior generation, which isn't usually the most successful. Investments, development, and innovation don't necessarily take place in the United States. Asia is the epicenter. Within the Middle East, it is taking place. This is happening all around the world. However, why is this the case directly now? Why? Because the leadership surrounding this issue has been appalling. We were